Hello viewers, this is Aravindar Annai Arul channel. Welcomes you. How are you? In this video, you have to see Dr. V. Shanta, a phenomenal doctor who dedicated her life to cancer cure. For more information, we shall go to the inside the video. I request you to all to kindly watch the video in full. Dr. Santa was a phenomenal lady who dedicated her life for the betterment of cancer patients. When the sick approached the gates of the institute, full of fear, weak in body and spirit, there is only one approach. One has to become part of them, Dr. V. Shanta once famously said. So, the one thing Dr. Shanta thought she could do was to build a strong network of volunteers. She invited those who had been cured of cancer to volunteer at the Cancer Institute at Adayar in Chennai to help new patients. She also sought help from recovered patients who could speak different languages since many of the patients came from villages in Andhra Pradesh and some even from as far as Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. In the days after independence, women took up teaching or nursing. It was rare to see women taking up medicine or legal profession. I wanted to do something that gave me independence and respect in society, Dr. Santa said on her choice of medicine as a career. Dr. V. Shanta met Dr. Krishnamurthy at the newly formed cancer unit at the Madras Medical College in 1950. While he was attending to some cancer patients, it was her first posting as a house surgeon, and Dr. Krishnamurthy talked endlessly about the need for a cancer specialty institute and how his mother and a social reformer and iconic lady Dr. Muthulashmi Reddy was striving for it. Dr. Sanda was very impressed with Dr. Krishnamurthy's values, principles, and phenomenal medical knowledge that he had. Dr. Krishnamurthy was an idealist and a visionary beyond compare, Dr. Sanda had said. So she decided to switch from general medicine and gynecology to oncology. In 1952, she attended the foundation laying ceremony of the Cancer Institute inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. In 1955, she moved into the hospital and has been a pillar of strength for the institute till she passed away on January 19, 2021. She was a beloved student of Dr. Muthulashmi Reddy, whom she called Amma, and a trusted partner to Dr. Krishnamurthy, whom she helped build the Cancer Institute into an iconic institute that today has presence all over Asia. Dr. Krishnamurthy, the second son of Dr. Muthulashmi Reddy, was among the early doctors who specialized in cancer treatment. He helped his mother establish the institute and became its chairman after her death in 1968 till his own demise in 2010. Food for patients and caregivers was cooked at Dr. Muthulashmi Reddy's house and sent to the institute. It was a Sevagram, that means Mahatma Gandhi's ashram in Wardha in district of Maharashtra. Type had that the institute began with and had only two medical professionals to treat patients. The struggle that Dr. Muthulashmi Reddy had to undergo in getting a piece of land for the institute and to get it going is phenomenal, said Dr. Santa once. She was laughed at in the beginning. Cancer was considered a karma vyadi, that means a disease caused because of your bad deeds of the past. She was asked to Why a cancer institute when we all know that people just die from it? It was a Herculean task to convince the government, the corporate bodies, professionals, and the public to look at the cancer as a curable and preventable disease, Dr. Santa had said. Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy collected rupees 1 lakh from Women's Indian Association volunteers to start the institute. DMS, Directorate of Medical Sciences, had declared the institute economically inviable. The most painful and frustrating thing was the divide between the government and the non-government organizations. A non-government organization is never accepted as a co-worker or as a partner, but quite often as a competitor. Initially, we were told things like close the shop, justify the need for a library, etc. However, such comments only proved how ignorant people were then and their mindset. In fact, we have been pioneers in many areas, but most of our efforts have gone unrecognized. Today, however, there is a growing understanding of the services and the institute itself. There have been people who have recognized our work and helped us both nationally and internationally, and we are very grateful to them, said Dr. Santa. My story is as much of the institute as the Women's Indian Association. It is always a team, she said. My family had Nobel laureates like C.V. Raman and S. Chandrasekhar, and exceptionally gifted musicians who played a major role in molding my mind and character in the formative years. Expectedly, I was supposed to be a something different, Dr. Sanda said. Those days, women took up teaching or nursing, and they taking up medicine or legal profession was rarely. I wanted to do something that gave me independence and respect in society, she had said. I was a loner in college. I never attended college functions but was very interested in classic English literature and read books when had the time. I had very few friends. It was when she was in 8th grade that she decided she wanted to become a doctor. Her mother encouraged her as she herself wanted to be a nurse but could not. To give always and not to take was a policy that her family and Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy, the founder of the Cancer Institute, had role modeled in her. Everything for every patient was Dr. Reddy's motto. No one should be deprived of treatment for lack of financial resources, Dr. Sanda said. In 1956, on Christmas Day, the Atomic Energy Agency donated a cancer institute its first Cobalt 60 unit Eldorado. People began to take us seriously. They were wondering how we, an institute that operated from Swagram type huts, got chosen to receive the Cobalt 60 unit when even the government hospital did not have them. We rejoiced in becoming suddenly famous, said Dr. Santa. The one thing I learned from Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy was to express myself without any fear. The taste of it one saw at the dignified and strong presentation she made on behalf of NGOs when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the institute a few years ago. We have moved from an era of incurability to curability. Today, two-thirds of cancers can be prevented or cured. However, the Cancer Care Institute currently cures only one-third of the patient because patients come to them at an advanced stage. This means that 60% of cancers are preventable or have methods for early detection. and if they are detected early, they are curable. The other 40% still averts us. We hope that this too will change over the coming years. Dr. Santa was a symbol of service to humanity. Her life was a message of compassion, empathy, and determination. She was a legend in her lifetime and a savior of the poor. Dr. V. Shanta, Padma Bhushan and Magashesha awardee, passed away on early Tuesday morning, January 19th, at the age of 93. He served for the cancer patient totally 68 rendered. She was working till 5 p.m. a day before, said Sushila, her sister, adding, she was taken to the hospital when she felt an uneasy in the night, and after very little struggle, she breathed her last. Hello viewers, if you are liking this video, kindly press the like button and share to your friends and relatives. I request you to all to kindly subscribe this Aravindar Anne Arul channel. Thank you for your watching this video.